waste your breath. If you don't like me, it's not my fault at all. It's just another opinion.
She's back. I know, roll your eyes. Ugh, here she goes again with another opinion. But I got asked, so I did it. And so here you go. And here's my thoughts and some receipts. And what's your opinion? Are the receipts fake or are they not fake? 'Tis the question. Everybody put your Shakespeare minds away for a second and just look and listen. Okay. So can we 100% prove that this screenshot is fake? No. Are some people going to believe it's fake? Absolutely. Are some people going to believe that it's real? Absolutely. Is it any of my business since I didn't donate? Absolutely not. But here I am giving my opinion anyways. I took to ChatGPT and asked it, is any of this fake? And here's what it said. I don't see any obvious signs of edits beyond the black redaction boxes. The text alignment and background shading appear consistent, and there are no visible distortions, mismatched fonts, or irregular pixel patterns that usually suggest tampering. If you want, I can check more closely for subtle inconsistencies like compression, artifacts, or differences in text rendering that could indicate other edits. So of course I chose that option. Looking closely at the image, text alignment and spacing, the spacing between lines and columns appears consistent throughout the document. There are no uneven gaps or shifts that might indicate pasted in text. Font consistency. The fonts and sizes match across the invoice, including areas near the black redactions. There's no evidence of mismatch, antilizing, or font weight that would suggest replacement text. Background and shading. The white background is uniform with no abrupt color blocks or edges apart from the intended design lines. Compression artifacts. The JPEG artifacts are distributed evenly with no localized differences that would indicate an area was inserted or heavily altered. Content flow. The wording, table formatting, and tables align properly and look like they were generated together in one export. Now, don't be mad at me. I'm just doing this for science. But the only other receipt that I've seen shown as proof of payment to a lawyer has been Granny's watching. And so I'm going to use that and run it through ChatGPT and see what ChatGPT has to say about that receipt. Looking closely at the image, I still don't see any obvious indicators of editing beyond the redacted areas. Here's what I checked. Font and spacing consistency. The typeface, size, and alignment are uniform throughout with no letters appearing sharper, blurrier, or misaligned compared to others. Background color and texture. The white background is consistent across the page without patches or brightness shifts that would suggest something was pasted over. Line alignment. The table grid lines are straight and continuous with no breaks or pixel mismatches. Text baseline. All the text lines up cleanly on the same baseline, which is hard to replicate if text is replaced later. Gosh darn it, Nunya. Are you out here defending Brittany getting a lawyer? Abso-fucking-lutely not. It was simply asked of me to show if I thought, after my last video that I did, if I thought that Brittany had faked these receipts or did I think that they were real receipts. The only thing I have to compare it to is another lawyer receipt that was posted in the community. What I will show you though next is why do people think that this is fake and that she's lying?
He doesn't do a retainer. It is a flat rate.
He doesn't do a retainer, he just does a flat rate, yet a receipt showed a retainer amount. That was confusing for people. And it's possible that these may be payments towards the retainer or towards that flat fee. And this is all that the lawyer listed under. I don't know because I don't work in that lawyer's office. Just saying.
I know that's what you're trying to do. It's already done. That's what people, they don't understand. The contract's already signed. The payment's already being processed. Like, it's a done deal regardless.
So on Friday the 25th, she says that this is already done. The contract is signed. Payment is already made or processed. And so therefore, nothing else to talk about at this point is the vibe that it gives off from my perspective. Now looking at the invoice date, which only shows on the first invoice. The second invoice is redacted. But on the first invoice, there is an invoice date of July 23rd. My screenshot is terribly blurry, but you can go and look on her page if the stream is still up and see it for yourself. So it's possible that what she was just talking about before, maybe it's possible that she did process a payment because the date does align with when she said that, potentially.
None of that's true. None of it. Not even an ounce of it. Somebody said payment on a set fee, a payment on a Saturday. My lawyer is never open on the weekends. Well, I'm sorry that you've never heard of making a payment with a credit card over the weekend. Sorry that you don't understand that, but it's absolutely freaking possible. And it's absolutely happened. But it has nothing. Oh my God, these people. Does she not know what day of the week it is? Well, do you not know what day of the week it is?
So on Saturday, she gets upset because somebody is questioning, how are you going to make a payment to the lawyer on a Saturday, Brittany? Your lawyer's office has to be closed. My lawyer doesn't work on a Saturday. And she's like, duh, you can absolutely make a credit card payment. There's a lot of payments that can be made online. So again, possibly a lie, possibly a truth.
Everybody who has donated, like I said, I was gonna do it. What was that? Was it yesterday morning? I was gonna do it. I think I was gonna make the payment. I'm gonna make the payment in the morning. We was working on trying to get it all together.
So we just heard her on Saturday say payment is absolutely happening. It's gonna happen on the Saturday. It's a credit card. Lawyer accepts it on a Saturday. Now on Sunday, you turn around the next day and she's like, oh, I was gonna make the payment yesterday, but I didn't.
Stop. They're trying so hard to pull every ounce of support that I can get. Every ounce of support I can get. Listen, I said we have paid half of it. The only thing that I've ever said regarding that fundraiser and payments, besides yesterday saying we paid half of it, was he is a flat rate attorney. We have paid half of the fundraiser. I have got to come up with the other half. That's why I'm coming to you guys and anybody else that's watching that actually cares.
Then we have this stream where she goes on to say that they've been able to collect half of the money that they need. The original amount was $10,000, and which half would be $5,000, obviously. So she says they've got half. They really do need some additional help to come up with the remainder of it. She doesn't want to have to ask for help, but she is asking for help. The problem with this is she's only showing receipts for $4,000. Half of $10,000 would be a $5,000 amount. In my opinion, what it means is it depends on what side you're on. Of course, Brittany's supporters want to believe that these receipts are valid and that she's collecting this money to help protect her and her family. That's what they want to believe. That's what they're going to believe. And that's what she is telling them. On the opposite side, whatever side you call it, they say these are fake. She's just trying to do retaliation for a frivolous lawsuit, and she has no grounds to stand on, even if she does try to take this, the legal route, and they're all fake. And it's just another way for her and Craig to get some additional money. That's both sides. Over here on the side of Team Everyone Sucks, I personally think that the receipts for the lawyer are correct. I think that she is paying payments up to the total amount, which is the flat fee that the lawyer needs, and that the retainer is going to be complete at that point. It's not a normal retainer where you just pay this amount up front and then you keep going because it's a flat fee. If you do a little Google search, it will explain that you can do payments in North Carolina on flat fee attorneys. Again, is it possible she's lying about having the attorney? 100%. None of us know for a fact one way or the other. However, do I agree that she's going legal? I think that if her family is in danger, she should take whatever steps that she needs to. Do I feel like other people would then have a right to go legal against her? I think she's been reckless in the things that she has allowed around her and the things that she continues to participate in and to acknowledge or engage in. So yeah, I think that it would be, in some cases, it would be a fair fight across the board for her and the people who she may be throwing in there. I don't know who she's planning on suing. I don't know who she's planning on doing anything to or anything like that. So obviously context changes everything, but that's just my thoughts. Anywho, thank you for the request for the person in the comments who asked for me to review these receipts and to go over them. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, one way or the other. I'm interested in hearing it. Have a great day. Bye.
I don't care about what you think of me. Got too much on my mind to hear you speak. I don't need to hear what's on your mind. Don't waste your breath if you don't like me. It's not my fault.